Lycans and gentlemen, children of the night, nocturnals, night terrors, and all things that go bump in the night. Welcome to your monthly treatment of shock therapy. The doctor will see you now. Show me your woes, and I'll cure all that ails you. Consider me your night watchman for this evening's festivities here at the Mind's Eye Theater. I invite you to violate curfew with me for this graveyard shift. I am your horror host incarnate for this sold-out show. Now, if you're looking at the title, you're looking at the thumbnail, you're saying to yourself, well, Incarnate, didn't you already have a special sold-out screening for this 5 days ago on Friday evening? What is the deal? Well, let me tell you. It had been the second time since I had been back doing two microphones for the watch party. Tramadom joined me. I honestly don't know what the hell happened. I take full responsibility, but my audio was trash. Like you could hear his Tramadom's audio over mine. When I tried to shut off both, I tried to shut off my mic so we could just speak through one, and then the audio went mute. We just had a host of audio issues. I tried to fix it while midstream, but unlike the Mind Games live stream, when you're working with two microphones, and I still don't know if it's my laptop or I don't know what the problem is. I've yet to isolate it. I have spoken to tech support. They've been unable to help. But the point is, I just got rid of that watch party. The audio was crap. And by the end, I thought that it was salvageable. I listened back to it. And I said to myself, I expect better from myself. I know my fans expect better from me. And I just wanted to do a repeat. I felt that this movie deserved it. We will go into what my thoughts were on this particular movie that we have for tonight's creature presentation. But I just decided, you know what? It's not going to throw my schedule off too badly if I just redo this watch party, which is what I'm doing. So, before we get started, one thing I wanted to mention, similar to when I brought this up last week, is the official Twitter of tonight's creature presentation, Baghead, was nice enough to give me a retweet and shout me out, which I thought was pretty cool. And they did so on their official Twitter, X, whatever you wish to call it. So shout out to you guys. I greatly appreciate it. So I just wanted to mention that at the top of the stream. So, hold on. Sorry. We've had a couple of different movies released recently. We've had Godzilla X Kong: The New Empire. But what is up with empires in movie titles? We had the Frozen Empire with the Godzilla with the Ghostbusters movie, and we've had those two, and what I think was the cause of the back-to-back earthquake in the Northeast last Friday, as well as the eclipse yesterday. That movie being The First Omen, but you didn't hear it from me, or maybe you did. Anyway, so I absolutely wanted to give a shout out to this movie because, as far as I'm concerned, it is the kickoff to a special month-long celebration that its host streaming service, Shudder, refers to as Halfway to Halloween. I'll be getting more into that at the end of the stream. So this movie, to me, represents an aspect that I very much want the Mind's Eye Theater to leverage, which is, of course, live stream exclusive horror. So I have been very vocal about my frustration with streaming not just horror movies, but movies in general. Live streaming was supposed to make things so much simpler, but I mean, I have to imagine that all of you listening want to put on such and such movie, and you notice that it's available nowhere. Not on Netflix, not on Prime, not on Hulu, not on Peacock, not on Paramount, not on Disney, not on anything. And wasn't that supposed to be one of the things that one of the conveniences that streaming was supposed to take care of? I say all that to say this: I very much am optimistic that we can have, or not optimistic, but appreciative of the fact that we can have exclusive live streaming options available for us, which brings us to the film rating for today. So let's get into that. I have the following options available to you. Whether what it is that you think of the movie while we're watching. If you've seen this before, for this movie before, I thank you for joining us tonight. But let's get into what your thoughts are on this movie's film rating. So your options are bottom of the barrel, shallow grave, or high stakes. And there are your options to choose from. Me personally, obviously I'm biased, but I did have high hopes for this film. And I, having seen it before, I will give it a shallow grave. And a shallow grave is just, a mid-tier rating. I think that it had a couple of aspects to it that it needed to tighten up, expand upon. I still very much enjoy the concept. I was hooked from the trailer, There was obviously a reason why I wanted to host this on the watch party. So I thought that you never want to impress upon a film how can I put this? You never want to force an impression upon a film that it itself is not reaching towards. And what I mean in this particular case is I do think that the elements are there for a something of a franchise, if not a horror icon. I, as you guys know, I'm a very big fan of dark fantasy. The creature, the threat in this film, obviously takes its inspiration from dark fantasy, which isn't spoiling anything. That's available from the trailer. So my rating for this particular film, after having seen it, is a shallow grave. And just so happens that now if you're watching on YouTube, the totem poll is up for you to vote on. It'll be at the top of the chat, and I would like to direct everyone's attention to the YouTube chat if you're watching on YouTube, in order for you to vote and participate as well. So, with that out of the way, I also ask that anybody watching this film and watching me, that you take to just click the like button, because it very much helps the channel to grow. So let me take care of a couple of housekeeping items. That way we can get started. Naturally, I invite you to stream the film along with me. Queue it up on Shudder. The app is available on Prime. And now to those housekeeping items. I will be providing timestamps throughout the watch party to make sure that your viewing experience is synced up with mine, for the convenience of anyone joining who's casually late to the party. Also, really quickly, you'll notice at the bottom of the screen, I do have a follower goal that I'm pursuing. I need 1,000 subscribers on my TikTok in order to be able to be given access to stream through there. And most likely I'll be doing my my live streams of survival horror through there. Although depending on how it is set up, I could be tempted to do other live streams via TikTok. So for you to help me out with that goal, I would kindly ask if you could subscribe to my TikTok. The handle is there in the title, and just help me to reach that goal. So let's see. This Mind's Eye Theater, this watch party, is brought to you in partnership with Hotness TV. So I was finally able, my business associate was finally able to release the magazine. I'll be giving a link and a description of how you can read my article in that at the end of the stream. So, we have as sponsors for this watch party both Jabra headsets and Samsung devices. If you're in the market to purchase either of these, I do ask that you use the link in the description. It just serves as a nice kickback for the channel. As an affiliate, the Mind's Eye Theater has the upcoming horror documentary, Mental Health and Horror. Once that comes out, I'll be doing a watch party of that as well as a review of it. I'm a sucker for horror documentaries, as you saw last week with my coverage of the Bray Wyatt documentary that WWE did on his life. Yes, be on the lookout for that. Also, as you can see up top, if you wish to support the watch party, if you're of a mood, the support link is up top. I'll just consider it your pound of flesh. Also, link in the description for our merch. I will be putting together something of a promotion for the new merch that I have available, as well as merch to come. So, we are coming to you live, streaming on Facebook, Twitch, X, Twitter, YouTube, and Rumble. In the enduring battle between Incarnate and the almighty algorithm, my fans are my strongest weapon. So, I kindly ask for you to get them likes up. Therefore, without further ado, we now offer you this creature presentation. Igor, throw the switch. And play. The good thing about Shudder is that they don't have a bunch of obnoxious freaking ads and commercials the way that Peacock does. Ugh, that crap gets old. Okay. Studio Canal. There's been some good stuff that's come out from them, I'm not gonna lie. I very much hope to see more attempts like this. I think that it's a good platform, not just Shudder, but also just being able to have a dedicated streaming service where you can release films to, so hey, so that people can see them. I mean, hey, like, I think that is obviously one of the problems with when it comes, not problems, but issues that, how can I put it? Independent studios run into, obviously. Well, another night of hitting the sauce. Oh, no customers. Well, might as well help myself. Oh boy. Howdy, stranger. What's your pleasure? I need a table for one. Drinking alone. You could just leave the bottle. You know my rates. You know what I'm looking for, Big Daddy. Go home to your wife. He's just completely distraught and incredulous. Go home and have yourself a shave. I might do the same. Not my facial hair, but that's none of your business. There we go. Heavy meds with liquor. She's rent free. Boy, you sure are laying it on thick for an inheritance. One would think you could just, you know, send a check. One would think to light that, you know, away from her. Oh my. Bro, leave a trail of Oh. Well, this party's lit. Oh, bully good. One would think to leave a trail of gasoline leading up the stairs and then light the match and promptly leave. Don't do what you gotta do right in front of her. Bag face. I mean, Baghead. Saint whose cathedral is that? Doesn't matter. That's a sad excuse for like a clothes hanger. Can only hold like a literal handful of laundry. Pish posh. Good thing this isn't my apartment then. No, you're not. You called me for a reason. Uh-huh. What do you think that's gonna do? Yeah, but he pays well, you're forgetting. You ain't got crap. You're exactly my age. What are you gonna do? Open up a yoga studio? She looks completely distraught. Not really. That's sarcasm. Well, he is now. Yeah, there you go. That's not on a plane. You can't fool me. Well, budget cuts. I haven't seen too many planes lit that way. I have my doubts whether that's legit. There was a black woman in here yelling about her baby daddy, but we didn't believe her. Oh man. I forgot he was. Yep. I forgot that he was roasted like a hot dog. Damn. Jesus. Thanks for the heart attack. Nice of no one to read her a will or anything. Queen's head. Chuck Taylors. It's amazing no matter what age people portray and what time frame, everyone's wearing young people are always wearing Chuck Taylors. Do you mind? Most successfully was a brothel. Any takers? You're throwing a lot of big words there. Ew. Well, they tried, but they couldn't. They couldn't get that out of the carpet. Now, were these the various owners or people who had like some kind of Illuminati affiliation with whatever's down there? Oh boy. Jeez, the rats are enormous in this place, huh? Stop sneaking up on me! You perv. Gargoyles. People squatting here? Ixum. You got anywhere else to stay? Secluded, vulnerable. Stupid. Did you ever hear me mention him? Yes, you should be. I shouldn't be here alone. Don't do anything foolish. Like, you know, go to a creepy house where your father died all alone with an even creepier old man. Is that where they keep the spirits? Ba-dum-tsh. It's okay if you don't laugh at my dad jokes. I have my own soundboard with my own audience. Thank you very much. Who wants a seat on Papa's lap? Ouch. Miss your wake-up call, Lori? Oh, wait, that's wrong movie. Lady, you know you're gonna stay there. Like, flashlights, a candle, flipping the switch, anything? I don't know. I just wouldn't. I don't know. I mean, if she's a college kid, one would think she knows what dorming is like. And again, creepy pub, is it? Old ass register. The town drunk is sitting by the bar, waiting to be served. Knock, knock. That's concerning. I wonder what language that is. They never, I don't think they ever established it in the movie. Oh. Now, hold on. We'll get to it. So the hallway light switch works, but the others don't? I think you have an electrical problem. You think you'd call for her? Yeah, well, you did. You terrified the crap out of me. Get the hell out. What? You should have spoken up, maybe. Oh, you know. And I've got hard cash, lady. Give up the goods. She got what I need. You say she got a friend. You say she's just a friend. Okay. And she wants to give me a big kiss. She's holding that bottle upside down. It'd be funny if it had the pour on it and she's just like emptying out all of her goods. No, you're just all sweaty and creepy. You snuck right in. Bring a friend. Well, she's not dumb in that regard, at least. And no money. I don't need anything. I don't need anything traceable back to me. Just bring a brick of coke. You know what I mean. It's like, what the hell is down there? Hey, how about you not check that out? Yeah, that's really creepy. Is she drinking? Like, liquor? Yeah, I wouldn't be able to sleep after that either. Of what? I don't know what that means. Duh. That her mother looks photoshopped into that picture. Iris 3 months. Yeah, this with talk of previous owners and such, this reminds me something of the Oculus film, which came out about a decade ago this month, if not last month, if I'm not mistaken. Ooh, Faustian bargain munch. He had a tremendous debt. He thought you'd know what to do with it. A VHS, wow. she, a girl that age wouldn't even know what that is. Well, it looks like it's nightfall. Where's that friend of yours? Old keys. Yeah, she wouldn't know what the hell a tape is. A VCR. Especially considering that that technology went out of date at most likely at the time of her birth. Yeah. It's not like you'll have rent or mortgage to pay, right? And it's doubtful that based off what, sweetheart? Yeah, sure. Why wouldn't that be the case? Just because you want it to be. Just so that you could use your inherited brothel as a different money-making scheme. Anyway, we're gonna hit the 20-minute mark in 2-1 now. So whatever platform you're watching this on, Facebook, Rumble, YouTube, Twitter, or Twitch, please hit the like button. And if you are watching on YouTube, make sure to vote in the totem poll. It's at the top of the chat. What your film rating is, if you've seen this movie before, or if you're watching it for the first time, what you think so far. Spookies. Still, no flashlight. And he doesn't bring a lantern or anything either. Oh. Pfft. Well, I guess he didn't have to. Oh, this all looks very Buffalo Bill. I want to play a game. Well, this is a lovely part of this establishment. Nice torture dungeon. Wherever you are. I like how she's actively trying to hold in her laughter. It is, well, hold on. The gash in the wall, even though it's not really, it's more of a hole than a gash, but it does give the impression of like something that split the split the earth open to crawl out from the depths. Oh, I'm sure you've seen better days. What does that look like? I I know I've seen this character. Oh, the Baghead from Resident Evil 5. The Dr. Salvador knockoff. He's just missing a chainsaw. No, I want to see what's under the bag. I wonder if this creature is based off of an old British myth. It would have been interesting if this place that they're in started off as like a pagan temple dedicated to this thing. I think that was a trope of Rawhead Rex, Clive Barker's Rawhead Rex. Yeah, I'm gonna... Yeah. You hold on to that. She's all, hey, can we talk about this? I swear I won't use your vape pen again. That's creepy. Good use of CGI though. Reminds me of the Wolfman 2010 movie. And it wasn't overdone. Give us a kiss, love. Not the face you remember. I don't know who that is, bruv. Well, I figured that wouldn't be my problem. She seems awfully calm. It was. Oh my. Someone didn't pay their plumbing. Okay. Oh, thanks, Mom.
Emotional damage.
That's pretty foul. Oh my god. Not likely. Oh, wow. Oh, God. Oh. Well. We're in trouble. Why don't you take out your cell phone flashlight? That'll help things out. Uh-oh. Oh, you're all bloated. Oh, God. Oh. Dear God. Somebody plug her. Hee. Wow. Well, someone was backed up. You're about a court low there, Mom. Oh, yeah, you can, I won't be needing that back. Why don't you go ahead and keep it, love? Well, I realized I had a little accident, but there's no need to be rude. Don't pout and get all grumbly. I'll get you, my pretty. Yeah. You want a repeat performance? Bro, you want a repeat performance after what you've seen? You got vomited on. Yeah. Not necessarily noble or whatever, but that's what a funeral's for. And be sure to clear my internet browser now that I'm gone. Don't ask me about my Asian foot fetish. She lives rent-free in your mind. Uh-huh. Why don't I just stay away from this entire ordeal? I wish there would have been a, like, I don't know, something hinted at over why that time period. Over that range of time of when you get to speak to dead loved ones. Boy. How? If it doesn't for your daughter, now that she's seeing this fresh, at what point in time was it a blessing for you? Yeah. How'd that go, Pops? Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, now you're... He said moments before he kicked the bucket. Well, how's that art scholarship looking now? Yeah, I was waiting to tell you over PB and J. Wow, she's really thought this through in the last 5 seconds. Please, go on. Like an evil genie in the basement. What? We're back to that. Why? You're still forgetting that you're teenagers, like... You're awfully confident about all of this since you just learned about it. And, oh, by the way, it killed your dad? Uh-huh. Now, why would you Hmm. Do not cross. Why is that there? Is that for the monster whose direction you've already given? Or for yourself, in case you don't know what the threat... You plumb forgot what the threat level is? Kinda weird. Who is he? Yeah, how much money can this guy have if he's got a rusted place? Yeah, that'll work. It'd be funny if the door opened, swung in a different direction. Uh-oh. Ruh-roh. Well, let me just dust off this shattered glass with a bare hand. Oh my god. As if the creepy old-fashioned writing isn't alarming enough, that like imprint on the paper. Wow. Berliner Staatsanwaltszager. Yeah, this is what I mean about the Oculus connection. Archive instead of archive. Wow. Damn, that was creepy. Good jump scare. I like when makeup effects are applied to ghosts. I don't know, it really enhances it. We're gonna hit the 40-minute mark in 2-1 now. Guys, no matter which platform you're watching this on, I do ask that you hit the like button, whether it's Rumble, Twitter, X, YouTube, Facebook, or Twitch. And if you're watching on YouTube, may I direct your attention to the to the totem pole. It's at the top of the YouTube chat. That's regarding what your film rating is for the movie. Are you moving in or moving out? Very tacky tea set. You could offer me decent amount of coffee. You just poured motor oil into my glass. This time I made sure so no unexpected and uninvited guests show up. Try not to bite down too hard. There's that face I remember. You're in the body of a Celtic witch. No need to panic. Driving, yes. Go on, go on. And who are these girls here? Yeah. Maybe don't tell her that part, because not for nothing, she's going to go away anyway. It's a lot to process, I'm just saying. You know, like the sex, for instance. Admittedly, that is a good twist. So it doesn't make his reasonings as sympathetic. Well, I guess they do, but he was definitely hiding his reasons over why he wanted to speak to his deceased wife. It was your mother. Could you imagine?
I'm trying to move on. I just need to know what happened.
And now begin the mind games. That's pretty good.
There was no other man here. I just can't stand the thought of being with you any longer.
God, this thing torments people. Oh. Not gonna lie, that's pretty good. There's something very eerie about bringing back with the deceased person, like the moment of their passing, like the entire scenario. Really good stuff. It's almost like it's able to take a moment in time back with it. It's interesting because this thing is kind of like a reverse possession. Oh my. Good sound mix. Ha ha ha. Good use of sound, not gonna lie, but I could have done without the excessive CGI. Like it's been a cliche for a couple of decades now where like elongating the mouth to seem of a creature to seem more scary. It's like, hey, believe what you want, Chief. Uh-oh. Sharing a drink with dear old dad. Uh-oh. That's creepy. You don't look so good. You want to back up some? Like all the way? Is the curse why he got sick? You have a butt chin.
You can't kill me already.
Hmm. That's that's pretty rough. Hmm. Maybe it's because maybe she was able to do this because she wasn't told, instructed by the owner or the gatekeeper or whatever to remain seated. Oh, that's creepy. The wrinkles on her face. That's also creepy. That drawing looks straight out of the 1990 movie by William Friedkin, The Guardian. That mud lady that came out of the tree. Good swipe. The way that was ticking, I thought it was gonna have an, with that, I thought it was gonna have an alarm to it. Uh-oh. Who the hell was talking? Who the hell is talking? Still, I would like to note, still, no flashlight, right? Uh-oh. Well, at least you finally lit the lantern. Damn! Well, I'm glad that they didn't have a, I'm glad they didn't have like a musical sting or a loud noise to accompany his jump scare. Hmm. Oh. I remember this. Someone's got a bag underneath. Nice. That's a good effect. Oh. Awesome, dude. Good use of CGI and practical effects. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna work, sweetheart. Oopsie doopsie. Good effect. This is also pretty good because it's one thing to wake up from a nightmare, it's another thing to wake up to a nightmare. Like one thing that has always freaked me out, the thought of like even when you wake, bringing some piece of a nightmare with you in the waking world. I kind of like that, like the thought of the key strangling her.
This was definitely it. This was definitely his office.
Ah, the guy that forked over the deed.
There's not even a phone number. Just the useless address we've already been to.
Uh-oh. Someone cut and run, perhaps?
We're gonna take the money from Neil and get the hell out of here.
Well,
Just what your dad said.
yeah. What did he also say?
It's only gonna get worse. Mate, you were being strangled on the bathroom floor.
Yeah, I remember.
What are you doing? I'm a threat. I don't want to leave this place. Can't get anything out of it. Then no. I don't. This is all I have right now. And then just think of cutting out people that would kill to have something like this. Can you hear yourself? This isn't something you can control.
Mm-hmm.
It's her. She's in your head. You should
No, that's crazy talk.
know what I am truly scared of.
Mm-hmm.
Going back to my life, a life where I don't have anything. Maybe you don't want to have this because we're good, yeah? As long as I'm the screw up and you get to just take care of me.
Damn.
But as soon as I have something for myself,
Oh.
take it away.
Yeah. That's about right.
You hurt.
Really. Considering that you asked her to come. Well, I know when I'm not wanted.
Yeah, just walk out then.
As you wish. Sweet dreams. And she has her own car. Bad taste in clothing, but okay, she has her own car. These teens get along pretty well considering that they would have no doubt crippling tuition to pay. Well, even if she's going to a place to do some sleuthing, at least she's doing it during the daylight. Although, this is not a good sign, obviously. Anyone home? Minority character entering horror movie. Well, if whatever's living in there doesn't get her, the asbestos will. She walks all the way up to the attic. Do they have good Wi-Fi, I wonder? An evidence board? What the hell? Of the contract? She's like, this is really getting old. I can only eat so much jewelry. Fancy meeting you here. What? You told me to be here. No, you didn't. You burned yourself to the ground, Pops. Mm-hmm.
Maybe I would have stayed away if you'd actually spoken to me.
No. You don't say. All right, we're gonna hit the 1 hour mark in 2-1 now. If you guys can hit the like button on whichever platform you're watching this on, it would be greatly appreciated. If you happen to be watching me on the YouTubes, click the like button. Also, be sure to vote in the totem poll, top of the chat, what your film rating is.
I'm still the guardian. She has to listen to me.
Oh. Oh. Take that. You're awfully confident about a situation you have no control over. Uh-oh. Ouch. Just maybe. That's very Hellraiser-esque. Oh, wow. Damn. Oof. Yeah, I think we're good, Pops. Very good effect. I like how it put out the fire and you see like a brief dissipating smoke. Jeez, lady! Gone all day? I sent you to pick up just a couple of eggs. Uh-huh. Those hieroglyphs are interesting. Yeah, you could use a drink. Hopefully it's not of the cheap stuff. Just saying. Well, it could be worse. It could be the Necronomicon. Oh, that's creepy. Well, Hotel Artemis isn't all it's cracked up to be. A cuckoo clock, really? Not for nothing, but one would think she would, like, I don't know. If I know what's going on in that house, I would check every single room before I go into the you know, the hellmouth downstairs. Called me crazy. Well, she's got balls bigger than me. In fact, since they're in England, I say she's got balls bigger than the Queen of England. You know, all those fancy dances that they hold. Ooh. That was clever, I'm not gonna lie. The one and the same. No, I'm Evo Shandor. It, he's got a great voice. Well, I mean, they weren't entirely wrong. Hmm. Ha ha ha, nice. Hmm. Well, you shouldn't. Then you in it deep, sister. Okay. That was a good jump scare, not gonna lie. Well, someone had one too many drinky poos last night. The what? The bathroom? Oh, that's cold. I'll get you an Uber. Yeah. Oh, I very much wouldn't want to either. Nope, here goes nothing. Hold on to your butts. This more than just being like a how can I, like a pit, a labyrinth or a cave. This kind of reminds me of like what am I like what her time, the time that this creature lived, like a slice taken out of time, that belongs to her, the witch or the creature.
I was, oh my god! Yeah, I'm here.
They could have set this up a little better so that like it's not so obvious that that ain't her. Fool. But then again, oh. Damn. Not only is that a good reveal, but I mean, that looks she looks haunting.
Kill you.
So many people have tried. Your father screamed like a child.
Oopsie. Hahaha. Time to run. Oh my. The Babadook is on your tail. Yikes. That chittering sound is quite unnerving. Ah, boo, she got away. To the rescue! Okay. Terrible porno mustache. Nah, that's a mustache handlebar. That's how some bitch does it. Nope, that was her loss. I didn't see what that bottle read. Drink it, it's Everclear. Um, Exorcism, baptism by fire. I must say that the acting is pretty good in the film. Like I never feel like the emoting is stilted at all. The performances are very much believable. Could you? You sure about this? That's a bit of foreshadowing. No, I have my doubts. I don't recall that clock ever going off at any other time in the movie. Good use of lighting there. Uh-oh. Yeah, what? What did I just drink? Mm-mm. Uh-oh. Keep you safe? From what? Ooh. Man, this thing really does know how to toy with people.
My head was spinning. What did you do? Tell me the truth.
What?
Tell me what happened.
So you gave her wine?
How was I to know you'd run for the car? I wanted us to spend our lives together. You were just gonna walk out on that. You were gonna abandon me just like her. Just like mother.
Ooh. Easy, Norman Bates. Ouch. There's another plot twist. Please don't kiss me. Oh, wow. That's morbid. Ha ha ha. Ooh. He's like, don't do that thing with the eyes. Well, time for me to skedaddle. Jesus, lady, you had a head start.
You need to move on.
Oh, bugger. Convenient. All right, we are going to hit the hour 20 mark in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That will be, since that's the last 20-minute interval we have for the movie, that'll be the last time I give the reminder to like the video, no matter which platform you're watching on. And if you are on the YouTube, watching me on YouTube, be sure to like the video as well as go to the chat so you can vote in the totem poll at the top of the chat what your film rating is.
While you're still alive, the palace still yours, isn't that right?
Wow, you came to that conclusion rather quickly. Here's some redecorating. Slide, slide. Wow, you got caught again. A good thing we could only afford 3 other people in this movie. No one will see you, splat. Cobblestone. These streets are remarkably vacant. Well, you won't be needing your cell phone anymore. Back so soon. You, sir, you're a crafty one. And yet here I am.
I'm not Joyce.
You're insane.
I'm insane. Imagine having this power and not using it. That's insane.
No.
Let's make this right. Tell me how.
That was a quick 2 minutes.
My guardian is dead.
And the ish just dropped. Or hit the fan, I should say. Oopsie. And you know what that means. Now that she's free, she belongs to the streets. Oh my god. Oh. Okay, that looks a little comical. Plucks his eyes out. Oh, that did not sound like a skull crashing against... Uh-oh. A stone floor. Have a seat. You can't fool me. Those aren't strings, that's a brick. Truly crafty is this creature. Ugh.
She has to listen to me.
Oh, she brought the good stuff out. Had to dig into that secret stash of hers.
This isn't something you can control.
Well then. She shattered that thing. Well, he never stood a chance. That's why he had to have a seat, but nice. A part 2 to this could tackle, what do you call it? Like someone attempting to forge a new contract. That was good. Ha ha ha. No more bag for her. She about to chase a bag. Well, I guess you could say those prospects of keeping her under lock and key went up in smoke.
And now his watch is ended.
And now their watch is ended.
Well, I hope you enjoyed this watch party. I found certain aspects that I didn't the first time around, but that is always the case with repeat viewing of movies. But for the most, like when I said I gave this a shallow grave rating, that's not an indictment against the movie. It's just a lower tier of an expectation or a film rating, but by no means is this like a trash movie. In fact, let me get to things that I think it needed tweaking on. I do believe that the movie could have been helped by, what's the word that I'm looking for? Definitely working on a character. I think that, like, I don't know who these individuals are in this movie, and I always feel that it's important when you have a single location film. I very much am a big fan of single location films, but more to the point, I feel that whenever you have a cast of characters, a limited cast of characters, that you have to maximize on those performances and the character development and the arc of your of your cast. Now, this movie was well acted. I never, thought that any of the, like I said, I never during the watch, I never thought that any of the performances were like stilted. So, hey, my hat goes off to the actors in this movie. It's just I don't know who these people are. The daughter inheritor, the best friend, the widower, the father. I could have used, again, with an hour and a half, you have to be able to maximize on that hour and a half to deliver interesting, relatable, if not memorable and iconic characters. So I think that the movie needed help in that department. I very much like the idea of a Faustian bargain. I mean, geez, they even had a contract with which that people unwittingly were signing their lives over with. So I could have also dealt with much more of who the family was, and or who the families were. Now, interestingly, this could have taken twofold. A, the families that had been the caretakers, the guardians of this creature, and B, like the original family. Like in this movie, they dealt with, like, I don't know, members of the church, the brotherhood, right? That could have been explored more. Like, it was an actual family that condemned this creature to the bowels of the house. That could have been explored a little more. But the ingredients are there. The creature's backstory, and, well, I should say the backstory, and by backstory I mean the creature, the former owners of the house, and what I would have liked to seen, in place of a brotherhood, have it a family or just a community of people that had condemned this creature down into the basement of this building. I would have liked to have seen more, how can I put it, more reveals about that, just not in a non-expositional type of way, to tell the origins of this creature, of the house, of the owners, of the family. I feel like this movie delved a little too much into exposition. Now, don't get me wrong, the story, the lore that they were building with the exposition was very interesting. I just feel like they could have used a little bit more finesse with the revelation of each of these details, so that it didn't lapse into exposition. I do feel like the opening scene and with the father, I mean, they did expand upon it when the daughter had the dream of her father. That dream expanded more of the beginning of the movie. So you got to see what was going on. But, you know, between the videotape, the widower explaining, you know, what's going on, and the one of those former family members, one of the former owners that was the guardian, just they relied a little bit too heavily on exposition. Again, I have no problem with the lore that they were trying to build. It was just the way that they presented these story beats. It just lapsed into too much of spelling it out for us. The creature, the Baghead, it screws with, like, the psychological torment is top notch. It really gets under the skin, because it gets in the head of people. Those people who go to speak with dead loved ones, boy, when you when your time is up, this thing feeds on your torment, which, hey, top marks for that. The film did have clever use of CGI, with the exception of that one jump scare where you see, like, an old hag's expanded mouth shrieking at the guardian, the blonde girl. The CGI was very well done. Like, when the widower is speaking with his mother, and the Baghead reverts back to its, you know, monstrous form, and it's, like, leaning its face forward to kiss the widower, to kiss her son, and, like, the unnatural way that it's extending its head and neck were well done. The cracking and the reassembling of the finger bones when it first turned into the widower's mother. CGI is used very well here. It's not overindulgent. And when the new guardian, the young girl, had the nightmare with her father, and her father's, like, pulling his face apart, and the Baghead is underneath, I have to imagine that was a practical effects along with CGI. So again, I salute the movie for that. And I do give the film credit, because that ending, that was a killer ending, pun very much intended. How this contract that it signed over now has the guardian and the Baghead now one in the same. I like how the ending finished off with both the contract and the bag head, or the bag sack over the face, are now burned to a crisp. So now both pieces of its former oppression are now done away with. I think, like I said at the end of the watch, I think that a very clever sequel, if Shudder or anyone is listening, I think a very clever sequel would be someone attempting to forge a new contract and the lengths that they have to go in order to get this genie back in the bottle. If you guys could pull that off, I would very much love to see it. You would have a horror critic waiting in the wings to see a sequel to this movie in that aspect. I never try to force an impression on a movie, and what I mean by that is I never try to claim that any film that I watch is attempting to make a icon in your monster. I'm not trying to say that they are attempting to create a franchise with it, but another quiver in the bow, another feather in the hat of this movie. You absolutely do have all the ingredients to make a horror icon, to make a worthwhile franchise. The contract, the hieroglyphs on the door, the pen, the creature itself, the labyrinth lair that it presides in, that slice of its own time period when it was condemned to that pit, the chosen guardian. The families, both the owners and the brotherhood, the need for this thing to devour personal items, the 2-minute rule, when your time is up, it reverts back from loved ones returned from the dead back to the Baghead. I like that it's kind of I was thinking about this during the watch, the creature itself is something of a reverse possession, where instead of a monster possessing the living, it's actually taking the form and the shape of the dead, which I find particularly interesting. That's something else that a sequel could very interestingly, explore, where maybe the motivation of the now freed Baghead is to learn secrets of the dead. Maybe those that, I don't know, had previously captured it or imprisoned it. If it goes around like searching their remnants out, devouring keepsakes of them, in order to like time jump into the last moments, the fleeting moments of these people, in order to learn their secrets. Just an idea. So those are my thoughts on Baghead. I maintain my my median film rating for the movie. I had it fixed though, or had it gotten more out of its cast and tightened up a couple of story beats, I think that this would be, it would have delivered. But from what I saw, I liked. I very much like the story. I very much like the monster. I like the concept of it. And I give this a solid recommendation. Well done, Shudder. So, now is part of the viewing experience where I give recommendations similar to the film that we've already seen.
There's a formula to it. A very simple formula.
Make it a blockbuster, right?
So, as far as recommendations along the lines of this movie, I would recommend The Babadook. It very much reminded me of that. And I suppose Oculus, for the sake of, guarding something that has a history of death regarding it, similar to the Oculus mirror. As far as Shudder, you would be interested to know that as part of their halfway to Halloween, they will be releasing movies on the streaming service. So you be sure to watch Late Night with the Devil, which comes out in a week and a half April 19th, as well as Infested, which comes out April 26th. So let me think. What is on the scene for the Mind's Eye and Mind's Eye Theater? So, I had a very busy week last week. I streamed every day of the week, which I seem to be repeating this week. So, let me just show you what was my streaming schedule. So, last Monday, I did the watch party for the Bray Wyatt Becoming Immortal documentary. I feel like Bray Wyatt was very much in line with The Undertaker as far as nightmare character within pro wrestling. So I felt it a point of interest to absolutely look into the documentary that covered the life and times of one Bray Wyatt, and I was happy to have done so. Last week, I did my third playthrough, my third live stream of Alone in the Dark, which I also invite you to check out. I did my inaugural Alice Asylum narration, going through the plot of the game. Last Thursday was the return of the Mind's Eye Inquisition, which was my reaction video to the non-controversy that IGN seems to have up its ass regarding RE5. And forget about last Friday, because that's what today was for, doing a reboot of the watch party for Baghead. So I invite you all to to watch these videos, which are all live. Additionally, yesterday, Tuesday, was my live stream of Alone in the Dark round 4, and Monday was my chapter 2 narration of the plot for Alice Asylum. So, I have not stopped live streaming, so this is all available for your viewing displeasure. Speaking of viewing displeasure, I now would like to direct everyone's attention to this month's Hotness TV magazine. That featured on the cover is actually my business associate, lovely woman named Rita. And I'm happy to say that not only was she on the cover, but she was nice enough to let me do my editorial as usual. And this month was a Tale of Two series, courtesy of Incarnate. I tackled Godzilla, obviously, comparing the Monsterverse to -1. So if you check out the link in the description, it'll direct you to the Hotness TV magazine, which is available both in print and digital. What else do we got for you fine folks? Oh, of course, coming attractions. So, tomorrow I'm going to be doing another live stream. This time will be, interestingly enough, considering that we watched a movie off of Shudder today. Tomorrow I will be going through a full, what I call a horror streaming guide. So I will be detailing all releases for Shudder's halfway to Halloween. I will be discussing every show, every Shudder exclusive, every streaming debut that they will have. It's a combination of movies and movies and TV programming. You'll have the last drive-in with Joe Bob Briggs. They really went all out, and hey, shout out to Shudder for that, because I think that horror deserves to have more of holidays like that. You know, Star Wars fans have May 4th to celebrate. So it's only fitting that we get to have something like that for our own. So again, shout out to Shudder for being not only cognizant of that, but truly dedicating an entire month, as we continue what I refer to as the 11th month march back towards October and Halloween. So, as far as the Mind's Eye, Mind Games, my Mind Games schedule will continue. If I don't wind up playing Alone in the Dark this time through Emily Hartwood's character, I will be playing the Silent Hill game that came out, like Silent Hill Transmission, whatever that PS5 exclusive was. I think that it's a downloadable title, which I already have, and I think it's like worth one playthrough of it to get through, but we'll see. In addition to that, I will be making my public domain video. I have a lot to say on the Pooniverse, and I hate even calling it that. These stupid, how can I put it? These stupid movies that are going to be coming out that capitalize on all the Disney movies, the Disney fantasy stories coming to the public domain. It's such a landfill, and the fact that the first Winnie the Pooh movie, Blood and Honey, got made, and then they got a sequel which just came out last month, and now it's getting a third film and an entire dark fantasy universe around it. Oh god, it's just repulsive. I have a lot to say. Like, believe me, already 3 to 4 episodes dedicated to this topic that I have in mind. I will be doing a gut reaction to the teaser for Alien Romulus, as well as Abigail, that stupid ballerina vampire movie that comes out next Friday. And I plan to do a video form of A Tale of Two series, Godzilla Monsterverse versus -1. So, once again, I will leave you with hoping that you sign up or follow me on TikTok so that I can begin or continue my path towards streaming on that platform. So, mark your calendars and say your prayers. I've been incarnate, offering a word of caution. Fear the worst, so long you recognize who's best. If you're resigned to your fate, time to subscribe to your fears.
Warn your friends. Warn everyone.